Never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, it's Murray. His throw incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Shotgun now from Murray. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. The kick by Lutz is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 59 yards. And the Raiders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, You don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Play fake. Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He may go. And the Raiders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Murray. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Murray now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Slings this deep for McLaurin. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives, and now off to the races down the right side. And finally shoved out up past the 40-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Aaron Browning buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Mike Evans, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First down, Murray. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing again, Murray. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On second down, here's Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Murray going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now,
and this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And we'll still have time for one play before the half, as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. With a fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Murray now. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Max Crosby just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything they can get.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. He'll drop to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Murray now to throw. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a 1st.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Now Murray. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Evan Ingram from 19 yards away. And the Raiders are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Murray. And down he goes. Brought down, a Raider sack. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here's Murray. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's got him in, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Murray now on 1st down. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That's going to be caught by Judy. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. He'll look to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. This is 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way. Prepared to try and escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to have a Raider first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here. 217 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one's going to come to an end. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past